nature by not understanding how much we depend on that nature is a separate thing from us and we can just exploit. We owe her the most heartfelt debt any family could owe to their mother: understanding and example. A promise with destiny kept.
Breaking news just rocked the royal family. King Charles has reportedly removed Queen Camilla's family from the line of succession in a move that stunned the world. What's behind this dramatic decision? Is it a power play, a family feud, or something deeper? Stick with me as we unravel the truth behind this shocking palace shakeup and what it means for the monarchy's future. Let's dive into the bombshell that's got everyone talking. On July 13, 2025, a report surfaced claiming King Charles III made a seismic decision to exclude Queen Camilla's family, specifically her children, from any role in the royal line of succession. Now, before we go further, let's be clear. This claim, which first appeared in a YouTube video by user Anirene Vautour and was picked up on platforms like X, has not been officially confirmed by Buckingham Palace. But the mere suggestion has ignited a firestorm of speculation, and it's worth exploring why this rumor is gaining traction and what it could mean for the House of Windsor. First, some context. The line of succession determines who inherits the throne, and it's a cornerstone of the monarchy's stability. Currently, Prince William is first in line, followed by his children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Prince Harry is fifth, followed by his children, Archie and Lilibet. Camilla's children, Tom and Laura, have never been in the official line of succession because they are not direct descendants of the monarch. They're Charles' stepchildren, not his biological heirs. So why would a rumor about removing them from the succession even exist? To answer that, we need to dig into the royal family's dynamics, Camilla's evolving role, and the tensions simmering behind palace walls. Camilla's journey in the royal family has been a roller coaster. When she married Charles in 2005, she was the Duchess of Cornwall, a title carefully chosen to avoid the baggage of Princess Diana's legacy. Public opinion was divided. Many still blamed Camilla for the breakdown of Charles and Diana's marriage. Her image as the other woman lingered, fueled by scandals like the 1993 Camilla-gate tapes. But over time, Camilla won over skeptics through her charity work and low-key charm. In 2022, Queen Elizabeth II endorsed Camilla as queen consort, a move that solidified her place at the heart of the monarchy. Since Charles's coronation in 2023, Camilla has stepped up, especially as Charles and Princess Kate have faced cancer diagnoses, limiting their public roles. This brings us to the rumor's core. The claim that Charles removed Camilla's family from the succession likely stems from speculation about his estate planning, not the throne itself. Reports from sources like Marca and the Royal Observer in June 2025 suggested Camilla was pushing for her son, Tom Parker Bowles, to receive a significant share of Charles's personal wealth, potentially at the expense of Prince Harry. This sparked backlash, with some claiming Camilla was trying to elevate her own family's status within the royal orbit. The new rumor twists this narrative, suggesting Charles has now reversed course, cutting Tom and Laura out entirely to protect the traditional line of succession. Let's unpack the succession itself. The British throne follows a strict order based on primogeniture, biological descent through the monarch's bloodline. Camilla's children, as stepchildren, have no claim to the throne, so removing them isn't technically possible. However, the rumor might reflect concerns about their influence or financial inheritance. Charles's private wealth, including the Duchy of Lancaster estate, is substantial, estimated at over $600 million. Unlike the crown's official assets, this wealth can be distributed at the monarch's discretion. If Charles were to favor Camilla's children over Harry or even William, it could be seen as a symbolic shift, elevating Camilla's family and status, if not in the formal succession. Why would Charles consider such a move? One theory is that it's a response to the ongoing rift with Prince Harry. Since stepping back from royal duties in 2020, Harry's public criticisms in his memoir, interviews, and Netflix series have strained his relationship with Charles and Camilla. Harry accused Camilla of leaking stories to the press, a claim that resurfaced in 2025 on X. Reports from EDA-TV and xcatalonia.cat suggest Camilla has been a gatekeeper, influencing Charles to prioritize loyal royals in his estate plans. If true, this could explain why rumors about favoring Tom Parker Bowles emerged, and why a counter-rumor about excluding Camilla's family is now circulating. Another angle is public perception. Camilla's role has grown significantly, especially since Charles's cancer diagnosis in 2024. She's taken on high-profile duties, from hosting French President Emmanuel Macron during the July 2025 state visit to charming crowds at Wimbledon. Her son Tom, a food writer and Charles's godson, has also become more visible, often seen at events like Royal Ascot. Some speculate that Camilla's push for her family's prominence has sparked unease within the palace, particularly among Prince William's camp. William, as the future king, is reportedly focused on a slimmed-down monarchy, a vision Charles has endorsed. Including Camilla's children in any significant inheritance could complicate that plan, especially if it fuels perceptions of favoritism. Now, let's address the rumor directly. The claim that Charles removed Camilla's family from the succession likely originated from a misunderstanding or deliberate exaggeration. A post on X from Irene Vautour linked to a YouTube video titled "1 minute ago, King Charles removes Camilla's family from royal line of succession," but no credible outlet, like the BBC, the New York Times, or People, has corroborated this. Snopes debunked a similar claim about William stripping Camilla's grandson of a title, calling it AI-generated fiction. This suggests the rumor may be clickbait, amplified by social media's echo chamber. Still, its popularity reflects real tensions within the royal family. Consider the timing. Charles's health has been a major concern since his 2024 diagnosis. Reports from the Daily Beast and Times of India indicate his cancer is manageable but incurable, raising questions about succession planning. With Kate in remission but limiting engagements and William balancing family and royal duties, Camilla has been a linchpin. Her solo appearances, like opening Ratho Library in Scotland or visiting charities, show her stepping up. But this prominence has drawn scrutiny. A Marca report from June 2025 described Camilla overtaking Charles during a walkabout, a minor protocol breach that sparked debate about her influence. For a family obsessed with hierarchy, these moments fuel speculation about power dynamics. Could Charles have made a deliberate move to distance Camilla's family? It's possible, but unlikely. Excluding Tom and Laura from inheritance would be a private matter, not a public decree about the succession. More likely, this rumor reflects public unease about Camilla's growing influence. X posts have called her everything from a quiet powerhouse to a scheming stepmother, revealing a polarized view. Her supporters praise her resilience. Her critics, still haunted by Diana's legacy, see her as an opportunist. The truth is probably less dramatic. Charles and Camilla are navigating a complex family dynamic under intense public scrutiny. Let's explore the family angle. William and Harry's relationship with Camilla has always been fraught. Reports from excatalonia.cat claim both brothers opposed Charles's marriage to Camilla in 2000 and Barbif Mbamba Sakes, Summer 5, with William advising against it. Harry's memoir detailed his discomfort with Camilla's role, accusing her of manipulating media narratives. If Charles were to favor Tom Parker Bowles in his will, it could deepen this rift, especially with Harry, who's already alienated. But reversing that decision, cutting Camilla's family out, might be Charles's attempt to appease his sons, particularly William, who's preparing for his future role as king. What about the public? Camilla's approval ratings have improved, but she's not universally loved. Her Wimbledon appearance on July 9, 2025 drew cheers, but a Good Morning Britain pundit criticized the protocol around her entrance, calling it outdated. On X, some users hailed Camilla's work ethic, while others speculated about her meddling in Charles's decisions. The rumor about removing her family from the succession taps into this divide. Some see it as Charles reasserting control, others as a sign of internal chaos. Either way, it's a reminder of how every royal move is dissected. Let's consider the broader context. The monarchy is under pressure. Charles's health, Kate's recovery, and Harry's estrangement have left the royal roster thin. The New York Times reported a drop in public engagements in 2024, with Camilla and Princess Anne picking up the slack. Charles' push for a modern, streamlined monarchy, evident in decisions like retiring the royal train in 2025, suggests he's focused on legacy. If he's adjusting his will, it's likely to align with this vision, prioritizing William and his children over peripheral figures like Camilla's family. But here's where it gets murky. The rumor's timing coincides with other succession-related chatter. A Daily Mail report suggested Charles might follow the Danish royal family's model, where Queen Margrethe stripped her grandchildren's titles to streamline the monarchy. Could Charles be considering a similar move, not for Camilla's family, but for Harry's children, Archie and Lilibet? Their HRH titles are already under scrutiny, with some arguing they should be reserved for working royals. If Charles took such a step, it could be framed as a way to keep William's hands clean when he becomes king. This might explain why rumors about Camilla's family are swirling. It's a misdirection from the real succession debate. Back to Camilla. Her role as queen consort is secure, but her family's place is less certain. Tom Parker Bowles has stayed out of the spotlight, focusing on his career, but his presence at events like Royal Ascot fuels speculation about his influence. Laura Lopes keeps an even lower profile, but as Charles's stepdaughter, she's part of the extended royal circle. If Charles were to exclude them from his will, it could be a pragmatic move to avoid accusations of favoritism. But without official confirmation, this remains conjecture. What's the palace saying? Nothing. Buckingham Palace rarely comments on rumors, and this one's no exception. The lack of denial, though, keeps the story alive. In the past, the palace has used silence strategically, letting speculation die down naturally. But with Charles's health in focus, every decision, real or rumored, feels like a clue to the monarchy's future. The French state visit, where Camilla wore Charles's royal family order, was a reminder of her elevated status. Any move to limit her family's role could be a counterbalance, signaling that the monarchy's core remains with William and his heirs. So, what's the truth behind this rumor? It's likely a mix of fact and fiction. Charles may be rethinking his estate, but removing Camilla's family from the succession is a misnomer. They were never in it. The real story is the tension between tradition and modernization, family loyalty and public perception. Camilla's influence is undeniable, but so is the pressure on Charles to protect the monarchy's future. Whether he's favoring William, sidelining Harry, or balancing Camilla's role, every choice has consequences. This brings us to the bigger picture. The monarchy is at a turning point. Charles's reign, overshadowed by health challenges, is forcing tough decisions about legacy and succession. Camilla's rise has been remarkable, but it's also a lightning rod for controversy. If Charles is adjusting his will, it's not just about money. It's about signaling who matters in the monarchy's next chapter. The rumor about Camilla's family might be false, but it's a symptom of deeper questions. Who holds power? Who inherits what? And can the royal family heal its fractures? As we speak, whispers from the palace suggest another announcement is coming. Could it clarify this rumor, or will it spark a new wave of drama? One thing's certain. The House of Windsor is never short on surprises. Keep watching. This story's far from over.